What's good, everyone? Sure here, bringing you another episode of my Banlist Freedom series. The card we will be discussing today is card destruction. Before I get into the discussion, I just want to highlight a few things. Somebody's told me in my Make Anime Decks Great Again video that I talk too fast and they find it hard to understand, which is 100% understandable. People have said that to me before. So for now, I'm going to test out talking a little bit slowly. So if you guys prefer me talking slower, if you prefer me talking faster, please tell me down in the comment section below, because I always listen to your feedback. So without further ado, let's get into the discussion. So with card destruction, if you guys don't know what it does, if you guys have watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Original Series anime, you guys should probably know what it does, because Yu-Gi's played this card countless times. But if you don't know what it does, it says each player discards their entire hand and draws the same number of cards they discarded. So pretty simple card. You have like 4 cards in your hand, you discard 4, and then you draw 4 more. Obviously, it's banned it's banned because of, I think this card got banned after Dark Worlds 1 Worlds. Dark Worlds 1 Worlds, yeah, that actually makes sense, surprisingly. But because you'd activate it, you just discard like your Grapha and your Snow and all them other cards. Don't really know much about the Dark World deck. I just know they like going to the graveyard and then they special summon themselves. Baron, I think that's one of their names as well. Baron, Mad King of Dark World, something like that. Well, they special summon themselves, gain advantage, summon their Grapha, and destroy your stuff. So that's what got card destruction banned, because like card destruction at 3 in that deck is pretty broken, to be honest. If you're able to just pitch your whole hand, get new cards, Gates of the Dark World using its effect, discarding more, just comboing off really well. But I think this card can come back to 1 for now. If it doesn't have any effect at going back to 1, then obviously they can bump it up to 2 and 3. But in my opinion, it's deserving to come back at 1, because essentially it's an egg 1. So Scrubber, on one of my Scrubber videos, I previously did something like this where I showed you like how it's an egg 1, and I'm gonna this isn't even a joke this time. I'm just gonna show you how it's an egg 1. So imagine you have like 3 cards in hand. So here's 3 cards. I have to show these ones because like Necros. You activate card destruction. So when you have card destruction in your hand, you have 4 cards in them. So you activate card destruction and you get 3 new cards. 3 new cards can be literally whatever. It can be anything. So like I'll just use these because like that's what I have at hand right now. So you draw 3 new cards. So you went from having 4 cards, so these 4 cards, to 3 cards. So essentially, in that respect, it's an egg 1. And negging yourself just to dump stuff in the graveyard isn't the best thing. Obviously, cards like Foolish Burial are really good because it's simple. But with card destruction, is that most of the time you want to use all the combo pieces in your hand. Like for example, in the Zodiac deck and stuff, they play their traps, they play their hand traps, and they play their monsters. Most of the time, they want to keep their monsters like Whiptails in hand, and they want to keep Furrow Blades for next turn. They want to keep their stuff in their hand because that's the point of searching out a Blood Bowl, not to card destruction it. So that's what really doesn't make card destruction all that good. In my opinion, Pot of Desires is a much better draw card than card destruction. The fact that card destruction negs you, the whole point of draw power is to allow you to either maintain your advantage by getting stuff from the graveyard and then drawing at the same number of cards, so you don't go neg. Like trading, you activate trading, discard a Blue Eyes or an alternative or a Dragon Spirit. You draw 2 cards. You haven't negged yourself at all. Card destruction negs yourself, and that is really not good. Even in the True Draco deck, like yes, it's okay to discard your True Draco spells and traps. Like it doesn't matter too much because of Disciples, but still, there's no point of taking a neg 1 when you can like play even Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin to an extent is kind of better than this card, because your Upstart Goblin essentially lets you play 39 cards in the deck and it helps you with consistency. Card destruction can help with consistency, but dumping potential combo pieces into the graveyard isn't the cleverest thing to do, to be honest, especially with meta decks. Meta decks aren't essentially combo based. So yeah, they have their like standard combos, but by combo based I mean like decks like Synchrons, for example, where you have to like do the combo proper specific way, and you have to just keep on hoping, okay, I draw into this card, this changes the situation, this changes the situation. But with meta decks, most of the time they're fairly linear. Like for example, right now Zodiacs, they summon their Trident, they summon their Emerald, they set their back row, they keep their hand traps in hand. Linear, simple. Every Zodiac deck does that. There's not really much innovation in that deck, to be honest, and that's why people don't like it. Masterpiece Turbo, yeah, what you do is you get your Dynamite Knight on the field, you keep your Masterpiece in hand. If you haven't activated Demise, or if you have activated Demise, you put your Masterpiece on board. You make sure you have your diagram up, you tribute your trap, you tribute your Dynamite in your opponent's turn, summon your Masterpiece, pop one of your opponent's card. Extremely simple deck. I even like myself, first time I was thinking I need to like start to learn how these meta decks work, so I was playing True Dracos, and with True Dracos what happened is I played like 2-3 games, and obviously in your first 2-3 games you don't know how to play the deck at all. But by the third game, instantly I knew exactly what every single card did, and I remembered because they just have simple effects. Heritage makes you draw cards, Disciple shuffles back, Apocalypse stops lowers attack, and Return brings stuff back. And that's literally all you need to know to on how to play the deck. It's an extremely simple deck to play. Even Metal Force to an extent, it's just pop, pop, pop. Make sure you pop in the right way, so you've got an 8 scale and a 1 scale Pendulum Summon, Fusion Summon for your Mithrilliums, Fusion Summon for your Oracle. Just keep on attacking. If going on your second turn, make sure your combinations face up so you can plus off your off of your combination by special summoning back your fusion monsters. So in that respect, like, all meta decks are linear. But with like card destruction, the only decks that this would work in is combo heavy decks. So like Synchrons and Dark Synchro and all these decks that just spam out a load of monsters, like Light Swans, for example. Even in my opinion, Light Swans still wouldn't play this card, or they might play this card, but like if it came back to 3 for an instant, I'm pretty sure like nobody would consider it. Like in a Blue Eyes deck, Blue Eyes is like one of the most standard decks ever. It's just the most simplest things. With card destruction, it's not good in Blue Eyes, trust me. Yeah, or you can keep on chucking your dragons in the graveyard, but in the end you're just going to run out of stuff, especially if it's at 3. Even if it's at 1, you're wasting combo pieces, and that's the two main reasons why card destruction can come back. One, it's wasting resources. It's okay to waste resources as long as you don't minus. And the other reason is, of course, you minus off of it, you go a -1. So yes, you can like put these Mizukis in the graveyard and stuff, but card destruction is extremely situational, because with decks you generally don't want to draw your Mizuki. So playing a card like card destruction that is specifically designed to stop yourself from bricking says something about the consistency of your deck. You want to make your deck as consistent as possible, and playing card destruction to compensate for the fact that your deck bricks sometimes. Like, oh, if you're playing Madolches and you decided to put 2 Garnets in. I know lots of Madolche decks do this because they rely on Brilliant Fusion. But if you decide to put 2 Garnets in, but just to compensate for your 2 Garnets, you play card destruction just to make sure you've got everything in your graveyard. You're going neg, plus the fact that you've decided to build your deck less consistency just to make sure Brilliant Fusion combos off. And obviously, yeah, it's a pretty good idea to play 2 Garnets. Obviously, it's not the best example ever, but it's the fact that you're killing off your consistency, and the fact that your consistency isn't good and you're having to compensate for using a card like card destruction really means that card destruction as a card itself isn't really that good. So that's my main 2 reasons why I think card destruction can come back. I'm sure you guys know a lot more reasons than I do. I'm not as knowledgeable. I'm sure you guys are a lot more knowledgeable than me about this game. I've only been playing it for about 3-4 years. So if you guys have any other reasons why you think card destruction should come back, or if you have any reasons justifying why card destruction should stay on the ban list, please post it in the comment section down below. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been Shurit doing his slower video. Peace.